think we're live, and I think we've also got the old audio working. I think the audio's working. Okay, there's the background music. I can hear that faintly. Getting it happening here. Getting it happening. I hope everyone's had a great week. Welcome back to another show. Now, I've got to remember how to do all the stuff here on Ecamm. And bonus, because I'm on Ecamm, I can do stuff like this. 2 angles. Yeah. 2 angles is always good. Well, for my tech brain, that is. So let's jump back and see who we've got here today. So let's see if everything's working. So let's slide everything on. Here we go. Let's see if the comments work. This is always good. I know last time we used Ecamm, we had some comment issues. Let us find some pre-stream comments. Yes, we got comments working. Monique pre-stream, working on some book formatting. I was editing before the stream. That's what I was working on. All right. Now, the one thing I remember about Ecamm is that all the comments pre going live all get jumbled up. So let me see. But once we come in, we should be all good. There's good morning from Chantel. There's virtual hugs going out from Michael Sahoski, saying greetings to all. Welcome to the stream, Michael. We've got live on YouTube, Twitter X. Welcome. Okay, now we're getting into the live. Create a classroom in the house with a boo. I don't know if what the boo's for. Kevin Hawthorne's in the house. Good morning. Lakeland, Shark Scrapper's here. Wow, I'm here before Doug. Yeah, I saw you pop in as the intro was rolling. Home Rapid Repair in the house. Boom, boom. Here we go. Jerry's here as well. Who else is here? Scrolling. Lee's Boring Life. Good morning. Yeah, 5:40 a.m. Early riser on a Saturday. Love it. Let's see. I am scrolling. I'm at the bottom. I am at the bottom. Okay, now I've got to remember how I turn. How do I remove? If the comment that I am on is further up, how do I remove that? Yeah. I'm a little rusty with the old Ecamm. I think the best way to do this would be to click on a comment and then remove that, and then I'm going to pull that back. Let's pull that out of the way. So I hope everyone's had a great week. So another week that goes so fast. One thing as a creator I find challenging, also working a full-time job, is the only time I've got slotted in for doing sort of channel related stuff, apart from, bits and pieces I can steal during the day, maybe on a lunch break or whatever, where I can maybe check comments if I've got a few minutes spare while I'm having a coffee. Is when I get home after dinner at night, I like to come down to my studio and either edit or do some admin or film a video, do that whole thing, preparation and planning and all that stuff. And found that somewhat challenging this week because of our living arrangements around my studio. And so I'm working on a solution for that. But here we are. I'm able to stream on a Saturday night, so I'm happy about that. So I hope everyone has had a great week this week. It's interesting. Now, if you have, as always with this show, if you have a question for me or a comment or something you would like to put out there for everybody in relation to YouTube, content creation and stuff, make sure you drop it in chat if it's a question for me. Put a big Q in front of it, just so I know it's for me. I tend to highlight every comment or a lot of comments. So, if it's for me, then I can just sort of focus on the ones that are for me. which is always good. But of course, feel free to have conversations in the chat all the way through. It's always encouraged. You know what I have to say? The last month or so, April, I don't know if it's the time of year or whatever, but there hasn't been a lot of YouTube stuff coming up. Particularly last week's been pretty dead for YouTube news. Like whatever was on Creator Insider this week, I can't even remember what it is. So it was probably underwhelming of announcements, or very minor announcements, to the fact that it's got to Friday, Saturday, and I'm totally forgot. I've totally forgotten. All right. Let's see. People still coming in, so we just need to have a check. Ollie Smith is here, and you know what I forgot to do? I've got pulled up nice blue background there. Welcome. Video for Bosses is here as well. Welcome. Everyone's saying hi. There it is. That's how you help me see a question. I've learned over time. You don't stop people from chatting in the chat, because it's a chat. It's where you chat. The chat is the place to come and chat. Rebel Candace is here as well. Welcome. I must have got that problem fixed just after I went over to StreamYard and stopped mucking around. I think one day I jumped in, fixed the comments issue. It was like a font sizing issue. I was getting a lot of boxes instead of letters. It was a font sizing issue. All right, let's start hitting some questions, because I can see some questions coming up in the chat. But before we do, I am going to take that away, and we're going to jump over here, and then if I can do this right, oh no, if I jump to the scene, it changes the camera as well. Oh, well, I can change the scene now, so we can come over here, we can look at the questions over here as well. So let's bring up the first question, and these ones are working as well. I just wanted to make sure that the questions overlaid. Now I got to look at the camera, and my questions are over here. So let me just look across. It's starting to feel like small channels are never getting the ABC thumbnail tester. Yeah, it does seem like about that, but remember, there's a lot of larger, medium, sort of even 100,000 subscriber channels that don't have it. So I don't think it's a small channel size thing. And there's like a lot of smaller channels, you know, like 10, 20,000, some that probably do have it. Because I don't think it's increased past the 50,000 channels that they've said have it for the testing phase. So I don't think they're singling out like a size of creator, but it's just the fact that I haven't started the general rollout to people yet. And yeah, everybody wants it. It's the number one mentioned thing on the Creator Insider channel on their comments. People saying, yeah, this is all nice, but when am I going to get the ABC testing? When am I going to get test and compare? When are we going to get A/B testing? You know, that is always every week the number one comment. So people want it. People want it. I think people want that like over and above even the audio dubbing tools that they're talking about bringing out, the access to allowed, translating to different languages, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I agree. It's the one people want. It's the one people want. They need to hopefully get it out sooner rather than later. It would be nice if it was out before mid-year. It'd be nice if it's out before, June 30. That would be lovely, because we're into second quarter now. So in this second quarter, if they can bring it out, that'd be lovely. I'm not holding my breath though, because I know YouTube. So, All right, let's see. Jerry says, are you noticing any difference in Shorts views behavior in the past 2 or 3 months? This is a good question. I haven't dived in, but every so often, I look at my top viewed videos for like the last 48 hours or whatever in some of my summary parts of analytics. I do see like some shorts popping in there and just like getting a bit of a run and popping back. And I haven't had a chance to jump in to check the traffic source on those. But previous ones I've had that happen to have come from search. So apart from that, I haven't dived in any deeper on those particular ones. So in regards to shorts views behavior, and plus I haven't been putting out a lot of shorts lately either. So any immediacy from shorts, I haven't really seen a lot of data from that either, and nothing just from just the pure view count on initial sort of shorts that I launch. Usually mine perform better like weeks or months later. That's what I found. A bit like a lot of my long form videos. So that's all I've seen at the moment in regards to shorts. All right. Monique's recorded 13 videos a couple of weeks ago, still have 6 to edit. Yes, I can only give 1 or 2 days out of the week for editing videos. Yeah, editing is something that can be time consuming. You want to get like cracking into it. You want to get your, your basic cutting done, sort of trimming it down and getting it to like the basic form before you can put the frills on it. Tighten it up, all that sort of stuff. I've got a backlog of videos for Amazon, which I've mentioned before, because I finally Thursday night, I finally got my video I was working on last week. Wasn't able to get in the studio all week, but Thursday I got that video finished. It's going up on the mobile channel on Monday. It's supposed to go up last Monday, but I didn't. After last Saturday when I streamed, I haven't been in the studio until Thursday. I just couldn't get in for reasons. So I finally got that out, and so tonight I'm like, I need to just, instead of just thinking about what the next video is going to be, where's a video that I need to edit? Let's just get some editing done. So I found a video that was like already started the edit. I pulled it back in and started trimming it down. I'll probably have that ready this weekend as well, so I can send it to Amazon and put it on my review channel as well. So yeah, editing fun. Oh no, video for bosses. I dislocated my knee and ended up in hospital this week. That sounds painful. But I'm doing okay. Good to hang out with some cool peeps while I recover. Yeah, put your feet up, as they say. Get some rest, get some recovery time in there for sure. Oh, here we go. This is what created. Chantel's keeping me apprised. They announced the optional personalization of subscriptions tab and launch of members-only visibility during Shorts upload flow. Yes, underwhelming. Yeah, the members-only Shorts thing, they announced that like weeks ago, but then I think it's now being added to the upload flow. I think it was desktop or mobile, I can't remember which. So it was like a slight update to the update, because I've had members-only Shorts for quite a number of weeks. I think since the beginning of the month, or maybe it was even back from March. And the personalization of subscriptions tab, like I like it the way it is. I don't want to like exclude stuff from it. I want them to lay out the desktop subscription feed better. Now I did see somebody mention something today that personalization is actually on mobile, but I'm not 100% sure. It wasn't really clear to me at the time. I thought when they said subscription feed, they're talking about mobile and desktop. But I haven't seen that roll out. Obviously, it's an experiment. Only some people are going to be offered that, so they could just test it. So, we'll see what happens with that. I like to see I like to use the subscriptions tab to find new content from people that I subscribe to. So I want it all in there. And the fact that now that they keep Shorts on a separate shelf is great. The one more thing I'd love them to do with the subscription feed is upcoming live streams. When people schedule a live stream, I want it to be in a tray, a bit like a Shorts tray, where it says these are the streams from your subscriptions that are upcoming, and put them in order. Like the next one coming up is this one at the front. That's the very next one that's gonna go live, then the next one, then the next one. Put them in date range. That's the one extra thing I want with a subscription feed. So you take the lives out of the scheduled lives out of the mix and put them in a tray. That's what I'd like. So Renee, if you're watching, I've actually submitted that to YouTube before. I've sent it through feedback. Frankie over 50 is here. Say hey from Perth. Hey. Amazing Yacht Destinations. Good evening. Good evening from Singapore. Oh, this happened to me again. No, don't do that. Pressing the wrong buttons. Create a Classroom says, I think I might experiment with lives. Nice. Always good to experiment. All right. Just going to keep scrolling through. Okay. Am I behind? Am I that far behind? I'm not seeing. I don't get timestamps in eCam. So. Okay, we're talking about the rollout of the A/B testing. So I am a little behind. Sniper Elite, welcome. Let's see. League of One, hello from England. Meant to be on time, but got on a call. Why is there more sound? Are you saying that the audio's louder this week? Just so I understand the more sound. Or let me know if it's the background music that's too loud or something. Your stream this morning was awesome. I'm sure that's directed at Chantel because I didn't stream this morning. That's all good. Okay, we've got a question. Sniper Elite. What do you think about the dislikes not showing? Do you think they should come back with the dislike showing or not? Like, I honestly don't care. I'm totally happy for them to have a like dislike button. I don't think it needs a counter per se. It's like, what's it matter? Like, the creator can see it if they want to look at analytics. You know, I wouldn't care too much if they took it away, but I know people kick up a stink if they took away the like and dislike button. And it's a form of engagement, which is fine. You know, I don't miss it. I never looked at the dislike, or I don't look at the likes that much. I know in some streams, it's like, sometimes they have like goals and stuff, and that's pretty cool. But like in this type of stream, we don't really worry about that too much. So, yeah, I'm not concerned by dislike counters. I don't use that for anything. If I want to figure out what people think about a video, I'm going to look at the comments more so than dislikes, because dislikes can brigade, but if people take the time to leave a comment, then you know that's more meaningful than a dislike or a like, because they either really liked it to leave a comment, or they really disliked it, they want to leave a negative comment, or a comment to give feedback to say, yeah, I didn't really enjoy this video, or I didn't agree with your point of view in this video, or whatever. I think comments are a better way of gauging audience feedback than a pure number, in my opinion. So yeah, so I don't miss them, and I don't want them. I'm not fussed if they come back or not. I don't think they're going to bring them back, because they've been gone for like years now. Been gone for a long time. So yeah, I'm not too fussed about the old dislikes. Okay. Something's going on with the sound, maybe? Okay. All right. Okay, is it good to tag if you have other channels? Yeah, you can. I would, if you've got like another channel and it's relevant to the content that you're tagging on, like in a comment, or something like that, or in the description, you want to tag the other channel. If it's relevant to that content, then sure, yeah. Or if you're just like at the bottom of the description doing a promo and saying, hey, I also have these other channels, and then you tag those channels, oh, that's perfectly fine, I think, in that situation. I sometimes tag my other channels if it's relevant, or if I do like a cross promotion. Like I think I did a little while back, I did that video where there was a desktop studio version and then a mobile studio version, and I did both, and they released at the same time, so they pointed back at each other probably more extensively than just a tag. It was like, you know, if you haven't already, go watch this video, or if you're more interested, if you're more of a mobile user and desktop's not really your thing, then go look at the mobile video. And so I'd link the actual video in that case. But yeah, to tag the other channels when there's a relevance to the other channel, or you're just doing like a general, hey, this is my group of channels that I do if you're interested in this other content, and then maybe stick it in your about page or in the bottom of your description, anywhere like that. There's nothing wrong with that. If you put it at the top and make it a focus, make sure that it makes sense to the viewer of the video that you're tagging it in, or the community post or whatever it might be. Philip Murphy's in the house. Welcome. All right. Okay, I like the... Okay. Yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky because of the way the audio is set up. Like you got a little bit more control in the Ecamm, but I'm still doing all my mix on my Rodecaster, like I do with StreamYard. So everything's coming through the main channel on Ecamm. So yeah, so feedback like the music is too loud. That's good to know, because I can just pull it back a little bit on the slider, and it's not too bad. Hey, here he is, Modern Day Tech. Welcome. Long time no talk. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Have to catch up sometime. Maybe I don't know if you're going to Vid Summit this year. I know we hung out at in 2019. Okay, where are we? All right. Yeah, I don't want the music to be overbearing. I see some comments about the music. You know, people have personal preferences. I just want it to be as subtle as possible. iCast Enterprises here. Howdy from Tennessee. Hope you and yours are doing well. Yeah, doing great. It's good to be back on a Saturday. Okay. Ollie Smith, always with the thoughtful questions, always with all the tips on various social media apps and stuff. I love it. Have you heard anyone making sales with affiliate shopping here on YouTube? That's a good question, because it's something that I haven't heard. I haven't spoken to a lot of US creators directly to ask them about that, because I know we don't have it here. I think it's available in a couple of other countries. I think it might be available in the UK or some European countries. I'm not sure about Canada, but I know the US has it. So let me know where exactly, because it was launched very quietly, and they talk about it like everybody knows about it, but then they talk about these shopping things in Creator Insider. It's like, well, half the channels in the world probably don't even have access. Like, I don't have access. All I have, like you say, I have access to merch. I can set up merch stores, but I can't access the affiliate shopping yet. So, you know, all those announcements are useless to me. So, yeah, I haven't heard about anyone making sales, but I haven't talked to anybody who has it set up, to be honest. I haven't come across anyone who has it set up that has actually talked to me, or I've known that and asked about it. So yeah, the jury's out on YouTube affiliate shopping. We shall see. I'm interested to see how it's working and how they're going to roll that out to other countries. like Australia in particular. All right. What do you think about the new YouTube layout? I haven't noticed a new YouTube layout. Are you talking about the watch page where all the videos are under the video and then they've got the comments and stuff down the side? If that's what you're seeing, then that's just a test, an experiment. Only some people are seeing that. YouTube are testing it out. So the best thing to do if you don't like that, and everybody that's had it come across it, that has been vocal about it, has been negatively vocal about it. They don't like it, the way that it scrolls and stuff. So, but I haven't had it presented to me on any sort of platform, on desktop, on any of my computers, on my iPad or anything like that. I just get the regular, normal watch page that everybody's used to. Yeah, the likes under the video and the chat on the, yeah. And that's not a new layout. That's just a test. So that's not what everybody's got. If you're getting that, you're just part of the experiment. And so, if you're part of the experiment, you should give feedback using the YouTube feedback button. That's the best way to do that. Say, hey, when you're on desktop in particular, because I think it's mostly appearing on desktop. If you've got it open, go across, click on the thing that you click. To get the feedbacks, usually it's you click your profile picture in the top right, go down to the bottom of the menu, and there should be feedback. And you can even put a screenshot, so you can take a screenshot of the desktop. Say, I don't like this layout. It doesn't work for these reasons for me. And yeah, definitely give them feedback, because yeah, if it's as bad as people say it is, because I haven't seen it myself, I've only seen screenshots of it. If it's as bad in flowing badly, then they need to know not to roll that out widely. They need to go back to the drawing board. So yeah, that's it. That's an interesting one. But yeah, let's go. Let's go. Next question. And I believe there's. Okay. Oh, here we go. I did it in the wrong order. Thank you for the super chat. There's a super chat at 400 Time Art from the amazing yacht destination. Some money towards Doug's flight to Vid Summit. Yes, I'm making progress. As if you haven't been in the last stream for the last couple of weeks, I got a free ticket to Vid Summit from Daryl Eves. His very first, I think it's the very first one he's given away publicly. He did it right at the top of his stream, I think two weeks ago, and that was a bit of a shock, because it was like 3-4 o'clock in the morning here, and I'm on there just to support and moderate and stuff. And he, right at the top of the show, it's like 2 or 3 minutes into the show, he's like, today we're going to give away Vid Summit tickets later in the show, but I want to give one away right now. And in short, I got it. So last week we talked about, getting prepared and, organising the flights, because the flights from Australia to Dallas are not cheap. And so sort of working a plan. We've got plenty of time to work on it, which is great. I'm chipping in myself, of course. But people have spoken out in the community, want to support. So last week, people were dropping super chats for that, and buy me a coffees for that. Speaking of buy me a coffees, let's drop that up there just because it's come up. So I appreciate everyone who's supported already last week and this week. Amazing Yacht Destination. Thank you so much for the super chat. All right. Now I've got to find where I was up to. Oh, you know what? I jumped back and it went back to the top of the chat, which is not good. Okay. I'm getting close. There was a question. Okay. There's the layout question. So I'm close, because I jumped across to the super chat tab to pull that up. Here we go. I knew there was a question from Michael Sohosky. Here we go. Is it good to have a channel sponsor? How does one become one? Yeah, I've never had a channel sponsor like a specific where we've worked out like a sponsorship for, say, all, you know, the weekly live streams or something like that. I've only ever done a couple of sponsored videos for Envato Elements. It was like a 2-video deal. It was like a 30-second or minute or something integration in the video. So that's all I've ever done. What it can do is it can offset like your costs of being a creator. And so you can, and if you do it in a casual way, like if it was like, if somebody was like doing the, what do we call it? Like a sponsorship, say they're sponsoring Creator Breakfast and doing that thing. What you might find is that you would sort of just work that into the show. You would just say, yeah, at the start of the show, you say, you know, this live stream is sponsored by, say, let's pick a sponsor like Ecamm Live. They're helping me go live. They're sponsoring this video. So if you want to go live on your Mac, you can, you know, go and there's a link in the description if you want to go and check out Ecamm for yourself, something like that. You know, and you can say that at the start, maybe mention it somewhere in the middle or at the end of the, or also at the end of the live broadcast. So it becomes like a mention. They get a graphic or something like that, and so that would be the sponsor. Or there'd be something specific. You could say, you know, I want to sponsor this this particular type of video, and I have, you know, I want you to promote XYZ. Talk about this, you know, ask people to go check out this URL or something like that. So there could be a stipulation in it, or it could be just generally promote and send it to your affiliate link or something like that. You know, multiple things for channel sponsors. And usually they're sponsoring, as I say, a show, like a live stream or a specific set of videos or something like that. So yeah, so if a sponsor would, if they wanted, if they were looking for people, they would approach the channels that they like and enjoy. Sometimes channels will go looking for sponsors, so they will go and talk to businesses and brands that complement the topics that they talk about on their channel. So for me, I could maybe, you know, do something like a TubeBuddy or a StreamYard or a Ecamm, like I mentioned. So, you know, streaming products, creator products, things like that would make sense. Or alternatively, you know, maybe a brand of sort of camera gear, like a camera, you know, like Small Rig or something like that, where you could get, like, you know, they have a new product coming out and they want someone to talk about it, or they just want to generally talk about their range of products, or just for brand awareness. So if you're a brand and you're looking for channels, then look for the channels and make contact with the channel owner by the email address on their channel. You can go to the About page. Hopefully they have like a business inquiry email on there. There'll be a box that says business inquiries. You can click on that, and then YouTube will make sure that you're a real person and then show you the email address. And you could just send a cold email and say, hey, I'm such and such a business, and would you consider, you're looking for a sponsor for a show or for a set of videos or for something? Let's discuss, because I'm looking to sponsor some creators in your niche. So that's one way you could go about that. Eric says, I went to the last one in LA, turned off all the fan kids. Oh, really? They had, oh, that's odd. Yeah, I went last year to Dallas, and it was a lot better. Like, a lot more people compared to LA. Like my yardstick is 2019 LA versus, like, because the venue's bigger, a lot more people. Yeah, I didn't have fan kids. I think it was more. It felt like LA sort of 2019 vibe, but a lot larger. So yeah. So definitely it's back on track in Dallas. Back on track. And while we're here, I'm going to drop this one as well. thank you for the super chat. Super chat, Modern Day Tech, 1999, Vid Summit Fund. More money going the way of Vid Summit. Appreciate the support. And I hope we get to chat in person again. Have a meal, you know. Have some Mexican or something, actually. Did I have Mexican? No, that's something I didn't have last year in Dallas. Didn't have Mexican. Oh, I'm having memories of LA. All good. Every time I jump back to this folder, it goes right to the top of the chat, which is not where I want to be. All right. Where am I up to? I think I'm about here. Let's just mix this up. All right. Let's see. Congratulations, Doug. I've got to try and arrange for that trip again also. Yeah, definitely. I think you've got to do it, you know, if you are up to it and able to and interested, you know, because not everybody is. But yeah, to get to check out Vid Summit at least once, I think. I think it's really good. I've enjoyed myself both times that I've gone, and hang out with a lot of great people. I think I've lost myself in the chat. I don't know where I was up to. I love that we're able to. We can. Oh, the super chats. Is that happening in the chat now? I know I've seen that on some channels where they have the little like counter, and so when it's in the chat, you can actually click on it and say, "Hey, yeah, I like it," because if it's like a question or a comment, you can sort of say, "Yeah, I like this." All right. Yeah, I'm really lost as to where I am in the chat. I think I've missed some questions, so I'm just going back. Oh, here we go. Yeah, here I am. I found myself. Because I don't want to miss the questions. Here comes the question, Home Rapid Repair. I think the YouTube shopping feature for you're mentioning is like 20k subs to unlock. Yeah, you're right. And it's only in certain countries as well. Like US is the primary place. So yes, it does need, I think it is 20k at the moment. Last I heard it was 20k. So absolutely. Yeah. Set up a store on my channel. The interesting thing would be for me is if somebody outside the US can see that, because I know a lot of the stores in that affiliate program right now are like in US-based stores. So I should really look, shouldn't I? Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can see those shopping things. If I can get down there and have a look. What am I seeing? Oh, I can see. Oh, I can see collections. I'm on. Let's do a screen share. Let's screen share this. I'm on Eileen Smith's channel, and you can see when I go to the store, there's featured collections. So I am seeing this. This is good. Great sound is very important. I'm intrigued because I like audio products. Yeah. Limited shipping areas, but it allows me to see it at least, which is good. So I can see like the Rode Pod mic from Target of all places. And there's Walmart, Guitar Center, direct from Lenovo, from Bose, HSN, which I don't even know what that is, Adorama, like a Rodecaster Duo. So a lot of audio products there. And so, yeah, limited shipping area. So if I click through and then I say, hey, I'm in Australia, it'll say, sorry, we don't sell to Australia. Which is good, but at least I can see the products. So that I'm happy about that. I'm happy about that. Let me just move that out of the way. So yeah, so that's good. I'm glad. I was intrigued because I hadn't seen any of this in the wild, and now that I see it, I'm quite happy about that. Let's go back to this one. And I think YouTube has a lot of potential, but I'm surprised it doesn't convert to sales like Amazon links. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. So it's good. It's good because I haven't spoken to anybody who's been in it until this is like the really first conversation I've had with the YouTube affiliate stuff. But yeah, as you say, like I've done a bit of the Amazon stuff, and I have seen some conversion. Like the Amazon video stuff is like that's a whole different kettle of fish, and that's been pretty good for a season at least. It's a bit quiet at the moment, but I haven't been putting a lot into it, so that's to be has to be expected to a certain extent. Yeah, I think there's two different levels. There's general experiments, and there's ones that they offer to premium members, and yeah. So I think there's two. They're not limited to just the one or two that they run through premium at any one time, and they're usually very limited. They usually have an end date for testing things, and they're testing things specifically for viewers. In particular, because obviously YouTube Premium is a viewer subscription. So yeah. So some stuff they will test with premium subscribers specifically, and then other things they'll just throw in random channels as a random test. But what you will expect though, that if it is a test, everything will go back to the way it was. It'll be just maybe for some views, or for a more sort of wide scope of things. Let's have a look. Let's see if I can catch up. Oh, we're calling it the flight fund. Yeah. Buy me coffee is a good way to do it. I went on Buy Me a Coffee and set up one of those goal things, but they don't really have it really highly integrated with that, so they're doing that thing. All right. Someone just bought Doug a coffee. Speaking of Buy Me a Coffee, someone's just bought me a coffee. And let's have a look. And looking at Ollie Smith bought me 5 coffees. Safe travels to Vid Summit. Thank you, Ollie Smith. Welcome. Thank you. I can see that in my notifications, so that helps. I can see it in my notifications. I don't have to open the app and refresh. Appreciate that. I mustn't have my Buy Me a Coffee stuff set up in Ecamm like I used to. I have to check that. Note to self, check that. And I think we also had. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, I didn't click it right. There we go. Home Rapid Repair dropping the $50. I want to buy Doug and Jerry a steak dinner when in Dallas, Texas. Hey, that one thing that Texas does very well is steaks, in my opinion. So I'm down. I'm 100% down for a steak dinner. A steak dinner or variation thereof. There's a nice place just around the corner from the venue that does it's like a bar. They do steaks. They do all sorts of stuff. I don't know did I have a steak? I had something. I went there a couple of times with one time with Cherry and Ernie and another guy who I can't remember his name. And then I went another time with just Ernie, a shark scrapper. And we went there a couple of times. So it's a nice place for it right there. Bam. Bam. And while I'm here, thank you for the super sticker. And a super sticker, Frankie over 50, the $7.99 Australian, which shows obviously it's a super sticker. You guys can see it in the chat there. The Shiba dog bowing respectfully. Ecamm needs to get the animations. Ecamm, get the animations for the super stickers, please. And every time I jump to that tab, what's it done to my chat? It's done something to my chat. Near the top, this is all the hello stuff. Then all of a sudden, I'm hitting old new stuff. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's where I was up to. I was up to this one here. This is where I was up to. Buy me a coffee thing. How would we know if it's coffee the money is spent on? Yeah, well, I actually have mine set up as, because you can customize it to buy me a whatever. I have mine set up to buy me a cuppa. Because in Australia, cuppa is slang for a cup of tea. And probably a few other places shorten it to cuppa as well. Probably the UK, I'm sure. So yeah, it'll be on some sort of beverage. Oh, some of the higher amounts, they're also going towards Vid Summit. And Ernesto's in the house. Welcome. That is how far behind in the chat I am. So I'm going to try and skip through, look for the questions along the way. Okay. Let's see. Texas was awesome. I have to agree. I've been to Texas like a bunch of times. So it's like out of any place in the US that I've been to, it's the place I've been the most. And so it sort of feels like, it feels familiar when I get into Dallas, because I've been Dallas like a bunch of times. And it's familiar. I can get myself around to a certain extent. I can orient myself enough to get from, to the airport to where I need to get to. It's always good. Finger licking golden chicken with extra salt, making me hungry again. Hello, welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's a great venue in at the Irving Convention Center. Absolutely agree. That's a good question, because we didn't go to Mexico. I didn't go to Mexican place this last trip, but we did have like Mexico's great in California. Like when I was in LA in 2019, I think I had two different Mexican places over the period I was there. Will we be seeing Creator Breakfast live from Vid Summit? You never know. You never know. I did live stream from my hotel after Vid Summit last year when I was there for a period of time. After Vid Summit finished, I was sitting in my hotel room on the weekend and had a bit of free time. I'm like, I'm going to live stream. I'm going to live stream. So that's what I did. And it was the same weekend. I think Nick did a brief stream from his hotel in LA, because I think by that point he'd flown out to LA and was in LA for a couple of days. I think that was the same weekend. I was still in Dallas at that point. But we'll see. Yeah, there's a high possibility. Definitely at the conference, I'll probably be on my phone, and we'll probably do like a walkthrough sort of vertical stream dealio, just with the phone, which I think will be a good thing to do. Just like a IRL sort of out and about. Boom. Sniper Elite, have a good one. Thanks for dropping by. All right. $50, 57,000 characters, Icy Man. That is well good enough. That is well good enough. No one's going to break that in a million years. That's like James Bond level protection, that one. Yeah, I'm always looking for the questions. Triple Q got my attention. I put up a poll in my last premiere. I couldn't see it, but people voted. So how come they could see it, but I couldn't? What happens is it sort of shows up and it sort of ends up in the, when you're on your like YouTube back end feed, or you're looking in like a chat window, it'll end up sort of sitting at the top like a pinned comment, and it will reduce down. So you have to click on it to open it up. If you want to look at your results from that, you should see them. Can you look at? Oh, I know you can do polls on posts. You can look at in the content post menu. I'm not sure about the polls on a live stream if you can see the results. But yeah, what happens is once it's live, it sort of minimizes. I think you can go down the bottom and also, let me have a look. Start a poll. Let's do a poll. Do you use polls on YouTube? Okay, we're gonna pose 3 questions. Yes on lives. Yes on posts. Or yes on both, because you might use both. Or we say not at all. There we go. We're doing a 4-way poll. Here we go. This will give me the answer. So when I drop that, okay, so what I'm seeing now is it's pinned to the top, but you can see the whole thing. People are going to start to vote. In a minute, that's going to reduce for me. It's just done it. It's reduced to a little strip at the top. And I'll let that run a bit, and we'll come back, and then we'll look at the results. I'll talk through how I'm looking at them. HSN is the home shopping network. That makes sense. That makes sense when you when you break it down. Let's see. Boom. Okay, yes, we've done that one. All right. I'm just going through the chat while everyone's clicking on that poll. Yeah, when I jump over to the Super Chats tab and jump back to, because I'm just looking at this one here, so you got context, and I jump back to the All Comments tab, it takes me right back up to the start of the stream, the top of the poll, and I'm there, and I'm like, I've got to scroll all the way down and find out where I'm up to. So it's not like I can like tag where I'm up to. I actually know someone who changed it to buy me a beer, so that's the thing. Eileen says, I predict by the end of the year, people will be used to shopping on YouTube and sales will pick up for us. Yeah, I think with anything, because it's a bit like I don't see a lot of activity in Super Thanks, for example, and I have turned on. It's on all my videos, but I don't always get super. Probably had a couple of Super Thanks since it was released. Like, it doesn't do much for me. And like, I've done a video like telling people how to use it, so it's like an education thing. Like, if people are used to the platform, they're used to the things that it does, but when they bring something in new, then viewers have to be educated on what that thing is and how to use it, or how to access it, or to know what it is. And unfortunately, Sharks rapper Ernie will not be at Vid Summit this year. Yes, we were talking about this one last week. I will miss you, but I will catch you again in the future somewhere. Somewhere. We'll meet again. Oh yeah, that's the thing. Travel insurance is sort of a prerequisite, particularly if you're going to the US. If you do have something bad happen, it's like when you come from a country like Australia or Canada where you have, affordable healthcare, like, in the public system, and US just doesn't have that. So it's like, yeah, travel insurance is a must. Absolutely. Health insurance, yeah. Health insurance, travel insurance, it's all like kicking in there. Live stream consultants in the house, welcome. Pete Johns, good to see Pete Johns. I ran into Pete Johns on some flight streams there. I've never been to any live YouTube live events. If you had to convince me to go to one, what would you say? That's a good question. I would say, depending on what the event is, like if it was Vid Summit, I would say if you're committed to YouTube, then that is a place that you should go at least one time to check out. Absolutely. I think you'd get something out of it, whether it's out of networking or from the sessions, and just opening your mind to a greater perspective. If it's a local meetup, that could be interesting. I haven't been to a lot of local meetups. Just a couple. And I think if for local stuff, I certainly see that as definitely if it's just like a coffee meetup, that's definitely a play. But if you're talking more of a formal sort of conference or event, like a Vid Summit or a VidCon, then I would see definitely who are the speakers, and is there any other speakers in the session, something that would interest you? Is it worth your while going? Is it something that other people are going? If so, that might be also worthwhile on the networking side of things. Are they going to be represented by a lot of known brands in the space that would make sense for you as a creator? Like I know at Vid Summit, you're going to have the usual suspects there. Some of the live stream solutions like your TubeBuddies and your vidIQs and your software brands like Camtasia and brands like Nomad and different things. So there's like a selection of stuff. Some of it's going to be definitely related to you. Some of it is going to be maybe depending on the conference. If it's like something more like a VidCon, there's a lot more fan-based stuff. So there's going to be a lot more fan-based opportunities. So you got to like look through the crowd and figure out is the sort of the creator and business space side of this type of VidCon type of thing, is it all happening there, and am I going to meet some interesting people, and do they have some interesting speakers on interesting topics that seem to speak to me and what I want to do on YouTube? Because not all conferences are created equal, in my opinion. So I think you just have to do your homework. But I would definitely make sure you check out some. And if there's some that are local that are like going to be like easy for you to get to, then I would jump. It's worth just jumping on and checking out, particularly if you've got something local in your town, rather than having to fly somewhere and pay flights and accommodation and on top of the ticket. So if you have something local, definitely it's worth checking out. And if it ends up being a miss, then you're not out of pocket. But if it's something bigger, get some feedback from maybe people that have been there before. Ask around the creator community. Say, hey, what do you think about going to this one? Because that people like Nick and Dee Nimmin or myself will say, every day of the week I'm going to recommend Vid Summit, absolutely. But if there's other conferences, it's just going to depend on what those conferences are, what experience we've had with them. For me, I haven't been to a lot apart from some meetups and Vid Summit. I know Chantel went to VidCon, the last one they had in Melbourne in 2019, I think it was. So, if you can find somebody who's been to get the vibe of what's going on. But yeah, I'm just not going to go outright and just say, hey, you have to be at this one, unless it's Vid Summit and it's something you can afford, because I know Vid Summit isn't cheap. So I would never say, oh, you have to be a Vid Summit. But if you had a choice and money was no object in regards to, I want to go to one of these things, I have the means, what do you recommend? Vid Summit every day of the week. All right. I need to get caught up in the chat because it might be time to hit this.
It's the last call.
It's the last call. The last part of the stream. We're going to be wrapping things up in a few minutes. But there's last chance to get your questions and comments in. I'm going to try and look for the questions in particular. And we're going to go look at the poll. Baker Charlene is here. Welcome. Yeah, that's a brilliant idea. I'm just going to leave that there. Oh, okay. I might miss Jerry this year. Well, I'm sure we'll catch up. We'll catch up at some point. From that question, I have a feeling that I might have missed the question along the way, so apologies if I've missed your question. I usually don't get a chance to go back and look at the whole chat, and I don't really watch my whole stream back unless I'm like looking for something that I need. So that's a thing. Going to Tube Fest. Yeah, that's coming up in May next month. Nick Dimon is one of the keynote speakers. So that's going to be fun. A couple of good speakers. I know a few of the speakers on the list there. So that could be good. Tube Fest in UK. Was it Birmingham or Manchester? I can't remember. I think it's Birmingham. I'll probably say that, and it's so that's yeah, that's the thing. Oh, I'm at the bottom. Okay, I've made it to the bottom. Whilst you're putting in your last comments or thoughts, questions, I'm going to look at the. Okay, let's jump over there. I'm just going to hit the screen share. Okay, over the bottom here, you can see at the top of the chat there, if I click the three dots, it'll say end poll. But if I just click on the poll itself, it expands out, and I can see 33% use polls on YouTube on posts, 10% on lives, 19% on both, and 38% not at all. So we're going to end the poll there. Once I click end poll there, it disappears. And then you get like a summary at the bottom here. There's a summary here at the bottom. So that's good to know. All right, let's go back to this view. Oh, I'm over on this camera now. Here we go. All right, looking for the last questions. Nick Dimon is in Birmingham. Yes, let me get rid of the last call for a second there. That all covers up. I might need to figure that one out. Yes, Birmingham. As far as I'm aware, from what I've read on the Tube Fest website, is that they have a virtual ticket. So they will be streaming it in some form, but I don't think it'll be like on YouTube. It'll be about like on some sort of probably on their web page or something like that. And so that you can because you can purchase. I think it's paid. You purchase a ticket for their Tube Fest in person, and then they have a different ticket for the virtual. I don't know what the costs are for either of those actually, but it should be on the website there. So that's an interesting one. Yeah. Still need to get our flight tickets, room, and set up cats for their hotel. Yeah, got to do all that. I'm in the process of doing all that for Vid Summit. This week I had, because one of the things I have to do is renew my passport, because my passport runs out in July, and Vid Summit's in September, so I need a new passport. So I've got my passport photos done for my online renewal, so that's in the process. Got my Vid Summit ticket all signed off, and you know, it's official now. Not just hey, Daryl says, hey, you're coming, but I've actually, you know, I've done the things I need to do to actually have that. Well, it's not a paper ticket. You sign, you register, and when you turn up, they have your name there, and then you get your name badge and your swag when you turn up. So that's all good. So let's have a look. Joe's phenomenal. Good to see you. Yeah, Joe's phenomenal. It helped me figure something out one day, and I made a whole video, and he got shouted out on video. I can't remember what it was on now. What was the topic? It was something on YouTube. It was how to do... Oh, it was the whole... the channels. That doesn't even exist anymore, as in that channel tab is totally gone. So, you know, that was accurate for a year or two, and now you got to do it a whole different way, which I've made a subsequent video on. Goes back. All right. We're about to wrap things up here, because we got, you know what I forgot to do? Let's look at a couple of things. Namely, yeah, let's do it. Let's do this right now. It's the last thing I've got to do. Just to let you know that right here, we got Nick Dimon going live 9 a.m. Eastern today, which is in like 12 minutes. Yeah, I'm overdue. If I want my coffee, I am overdue. So yeah, there's a Nick Nimmin. And I don't know, Chantel, I don't know if you're streaming this week yet, but if you are, you're streaming at 7 p.m. Eastern. That's an old school thumbnail. So yeah, if Chantel's going live this week, that's the time slot, so look out for it. It's Sunday evening. That's not the one I want. That's the one I want. I'm going to close that. See all Vid Summits. All right. Let's change cameras. Let's go back to the main camera. I want to thank everyone for joining me today. I've got a little bit of overtime. Had a lot of fun chatting, shooting the breeze, answering questions, talking about Vid Summit, talking about all the other things. So I appreciate you. Make sure to stick around in the chat, because you're going to end up in Nick Nimmin's stream if you want to hang around for that. If not, that's okay as well. But that's going to happen. We've got the live redirect in play in a few seconds once I click a button. There it goes. It's actually going to work now. So, yeah, I want to thank everyone for joining me today. It's been fun. We'll do it next week. And I'll catch you later.